Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to do a quick video and give a bit of a love forecast for the week, if you will. So just choose a card, whichever card feels right for you, any of the four, or if more than one card feels right for you, just do what resonates, and we'll get to those very soon. So the subject of love has been coming up for me in my meditation. And what's been coming with that lately is to not neglect the power of love through times of turmoil and transformation. And it feels like a lot's been going on the past few weeks, months, all year long. And it feels like this is something that we need to really take to heart. It's the value of love, a positive emotion, positive experience, especially with an emphasis on self-love, is something that we should pay special attention to as we enter this the Scorpio new moon, and as we edge out of this Scorpio season into Sagittarius season. Is that there's going to be a lot of movement throughout this year. There's going to be a lot going on energetically to close this year out and welcome in 2018. And you know, if there's a lot going on in your life, just take the time and invest in loving yourself a little bit more. Even if you don't feel like it's something you need to do, it's something you deserve to do. So before I started this video, I was meditating, and these two cards came up for me: the High Priestess and the Two of Swords. And the message that's coming up from these cards is that it's actually fitting that love has kind of been sitting in my mind space for so long, because we're entering a period where we need to be very conscious of everything, of the energy we express, of the energy we receive. Um, this is really leaning strongly towards how we interact with others. And what's coming up through the message from the High Priestess and the Two of Swords is that we are entering a space where the decisions we make will have very real impact in the short term and in the long term. So if it feels like our movements are a bit heavier, if it feels like everything we do is a bit more significant than we're used to, that comes with a reason. And that's because we're really setting the tables for ourselves to eat down the line. So with that said, if you're feeling the weight a bit more these days, it's really not a time to turn your back on the issues. So to bring this back to love, this is if things aren't sitting right within you, if there are people, situations, experiences, anything really that you participate in, if you feel it's not, if something about it isn't sitting right within you, this is no longer the time to pretend it's not an issue. It's not something to put on the back burner. It's something that needs to be acknowledged and addressed, because there's a decision that needs to be made. And you probably know the decision already. You probably already know what has to be done when it comes to dealing with things that disrupt your peace, that violate your energy. So this is really the time to start making those tough decisions. The High Priestess comes along to offer a bit more guidance in uncertain times like these. So don't hesitate to pay much closer attention to what feels right for you. So when it relates to love, whether it's with yourself or with another person, follow what resonates and be decisive. So with that said, let's get to the cards. So if you chose the first card here, we have the Wheel, and let's see if you can make that. If you can quite make that out, I'll read it anyway. But with the Wheel comes a new beginnings and the delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. So if you pick this card, you're turning a corner this week. Whether it's with an actual person or with the way you approach things as it relates to love, there will be major movement or things set into motion this week that will manifest something you really desire. So when it comes to loving yourself more, you may unlock something within that allows you to have a deeper love for yourself. When it comes to loving others, you just may meet a new person. If there's someone who's already special to you, you may figure out just what you need to do to better align yourself with them and with what you want to happen. And if you're looking, well, this is really the time to get out there and stay true to yourself, because a breakthrough is coming for you. Right, so with the second card, we have Nine of Gabriel, and it says, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. If you chose this card, it feels like a lot of people who have chosen this card already have a path in mind, or they're on their way, or they're putting in the work already, and they're nearing a turning point where things may feel a bit onerous right now. This is a reminder for this week that this is the point where things start to shift for you. If your journey isn't bearing the fruit that you expected, it's coming sooner than you think. Just keep faith in your process. Because as long as you're following what feels right to you, it's going to sort itself out for you. But keep your faith and keep your focus. And it feels like some of you are looking for something to pop a little faster than it should, or than you're really ready for. And just have a little patience. Just have a little patience. Just be a bit more focused this week. If you feel like you're losing direction, keep your end goals in mind. Where are you trying to be? Don't focus on the little things about the journey. Just focus on where you want it to take you. Because the road can be very unpredictable, and it's not something you need to spend energy on figuring out, because as long as you make it to your destination, are you really going to stress over the little things that pop up here and there? You shouldn't. It's not worth your time. So yeah, if you chose this card, just stay true to yourself, stay true to your process, keep your faith strong, because the movement you've been working for in love, whether it's related towards self-love or romantic love with someone else, you're very close to a breakthrough. And if it doesn't present itself the way you expect it to, so what? Trust what feels right. So for the third card, we have the Ten of Michael, and it reads, a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. So it feels like with this card, there are people who, of course, there are people who are trying to leave old relationships behind, leave old situations behind, past experiences, past trauma, what have you. If you're wondering whether there's something you should be carrying with you into your next journey, the answer here is no. Chances are you already have what you need, and it's time to start cutting the fat. How does this message relate in love? I think it's pretty straightforward. Just don't carry old experiences into new people. Love for yourself. Don't don't carry outside experiences into yourself. As I was saying earlier with the message from the Two of Swords and the High Priestess, everything for you is about releasing and freeing that energy, but it's also about following what feels right. That's the High Priestess. Um, Not blinding yourself to your present reality with indecisiveness or old habits, or trying to resurrect old decisions, and that's the Two of Swords. Move forward. If you see growth in love this week, set yourself free from the past and move forward. You've got the lessons you need. Anything else is excess baggage. So spend this week moving forward, clearing old things from your energy, and welcoming something new and interesting into your life. It feels like something's coming there very soon. So for the last card, we have the Six of Raphael. Embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. The message coming in here is to look back into the past not with rose tinted glasses, not from that nostalgic lens, but to look at past experiences and evaluate for yourself what works, what doesn't work, what do you want to try, what do you know you don't want to try, things like that. Look at what has worked and look at what has not worked, because in love for this week, it feels like some of you are going to be challenged with a situation that stirs up the bad old days in you. It feels like something's going to come along that will really test your growth. So, if you're taking to this reading to get your message as it relates to love with another, something's going to come up that's going to test your comfort and your peace in that love. If you look to take a message from this about love for yourself, something's going to come along that's going to challenge your peace. It's going that may make you wonder if the work you've done was worth it. So when this moment comes, just evaluate. Look in the past, look at what has worked, look at what has not worked. Are you following what feels right for you? Are you following what has worked? That's the question for you. Keep your strength and your composure, because growth is a constant challenge. And you may run into just a bit of a challenge this week, but as long as you're being true to yourself and where you want to go, you have nothing to worry about. This is a challenge you should surpass with ease. But things tend to get their shakiest when it's our growth that's being tested. So just remember that no matter what, you did grow. You're no longer who you were. Every day is an opportunity to do something new and true for the new you. So that's all I have for now, and I hope you all receive this well.